Hello, one and all, and welcome to War with a Mate with me, James.
Me, Andy.
This is the podcast you were looking for if it's a long, rambling, forever rant about the campaign for North Africa. If you were after a podcast that's hosted by one of those comedians and it's about their sort of like day-to-day life where they go off kilter and don't do comedy, that is not us. That's somewhere else.
It's quite a niche brand of podcast.
You say that.
Actually, it's
you
sort
say
of
that.
the main type.
It's every other podcast that's out there, but not us. We're original. We're playing all of the SPI Campaign for North Africa board game, and we're having a jolly good time. We're having a time doing it. It's happening. Time is passing in a linear fashion as we're playing the game. Andy, would you rebuke that?
No, that is a true statement.
Now, for those who have missed either last week or the last 59 weeks, last week I won a little bit. So we've been playing a practice scenario for the better part of this entire podcast, which consists of 6 turns, the Graziani's offensive scenario. So that runs from turn 1 to turn 6 of the game. There's also win conditions that can be met to win, would you believe it? I hit those conditions last week, which I'm very pleased about. And the stakes was a Kinder Bueno chocolate bar, which I've won. I haven't claimed it yet, although, Andy, I was at the shop next to yours that's just there, and they have both a milk chocolate, a white chocolate, and a dark chocolate. So I could... I've got so much choice. It's crazy.
Just got to let me know.
So you keep an eye out. I'll drop you a line when I need it. Maybe I'll do it when I'm at work and you'll have to come deliver it.
That's certainly not what we agreed to.
I know, but, similar to the board game, Andy, the rules change constantly.
That's another thing that's not true. Just like this lie I told.
Well, if you're going to get all pinicky about it, finicky, picky. What I've do is I've dude combined 2 words. That's what I've dude. Yeah. So that's an embarrassing vocal faux pas, but not to worry because we're seeing at the end of dry January. I've got a nice can of full sugar Coke. So horrible for the teeth, but it hits good. Bit of sugar in the evening, power on through.
I mean, it's good. Get a nice little boost. Crash when you go to bed.
I've got myself yet another Gile.
Of course.
Because I had a Gile here in the early days. I would always play the game in a Gile. I'm doing that again. Back to old habits. We're restarting the clock here, Andy. We are finishing the rest of the practice scenario. The remaining 3 turns we will still play out, which is what we've been doing today. But I was declared victor, which means I'm allowed to wear a Gile. I'm allowed a full sugar Coke. You owe me a fucking Kinder Bueno.
Again, tell me what kind you want. Don't be angry. The ball is in your court.
I can be angry and be unreasonable at the same time. It's completely within my power.
That's the only way you can be angry.
That is
by being unreasonable.
That is the gift and the curse of the victor.
So what did we do this week?
So, in my, I guess, victory lap, is that what this would be?
Sure.
In my victory lap, we did Truck Day. Now, Truck Day is notoriously my least favorite part of the game. I fucking don't like Truck Day. It's just moving around trucks, and it's all spreadsheets, which I know is most of the game, but there's no fun tactical work to it. It's not like move these guys here so I can push you away from this settlement, or how am I going to land a bombing run on part of your supply line. Instead, it's just, oh, well, I better get the food over to these guys. What a boring game.
It's too late now.
Do you want to play Ticket to Ride?
No.
I actually quite like that.
It was all right.
It gets a bad rap. I've seen loads of people. Yeah, loads of people seem to tear it apart. I don't know why. It's a steadfast game. It's not like the Pandemic board game.
It was kind of fine. We played it once, didn't we?
I enjoyed it. I think it was a good time.
Yeah.
The Pandemic board game's bad.
Well, it was just easy.
Yeah.
Or we were doing it wrong.
Well, an easy board game is a bad board game.
Okay.
It's fine for, like kids. Kids who want to get a start up on, a medical career. Tackling global diseases that are represented by little plastic cubes.
The game is much easier than it was in real life for.
You know what? I actually think that's probably why the COVID-19 situation got out of hand, because every official involved had previously played the Pandemic board game and thought, whoa, this is a doddle.
This is easy.
We're not going to have any issues whatsoever. And then the real thing comes about and they're like, oh, maybe if the creators had made the game more difficult,
There'd be
would
less
have.
blood on their hands.
Exactly. COVID-19 would have been a flash in the pan, 2-week problem. And they would have nipped it in the bud. But instead, they coddled them with bad board games. And I don't often like to, shit on other because board games in general, I think you get some that are for you and some that aren't. I don't know who that game is for.
It's very beloved.
Surely not.
I think it is.
I remember the mobile game.
Which is why I think we played it wrong.
No, we tried everything. We tried to make it harder by adding in different rules, and it didn't get anywhere. So we finally found ourselves at this game. After everything else we've done, and as I say, Truck Day. Truck Day is what we did. I didn't do a whole lot. I have that convoy that I've split off to hit the win condition, just to have a travel line. And I've also created the 2 convoys up into Tobruk. They're splitting off from the black shirts who've finally arrived. Both of those convoys are... those 2 convoys that I've created are about twice the size of my previous biggest convoy.
Oh, cool.
So I actually have...
A bigger...
I've actually got something worthwhile now. So they've started to move around. They're supplying the front line. Another few non-truck bits I did during the truck convoy, which was permitted, by the way. I've checked the rules. Was doing some of my coastal shipping. Specifically moving my ships from Benghazi towards Solemn. Because Solemn is now... It's in an awkward position where your truck bandits have snuck into Bardia, and that's where they're hiding at the moment. Not pleased about that. And then I've got my front line, my wall, as I've coined it, is now sat east. So I've got Solemn in the middle. Usually my supply line would come from from Bardia, but I can't do that now. So if I can start getting stuff shipped in to Solemn, which is going to be like a 3-turn round trip, that's not too bad.
No,
so
3 turn or upstage.
3 upstage, sorry, not 3 turn. 3 turn would be abysmal.
That's not...
That means based on the pace of the game and how many turns are left, I get to do this now and never again. And also moved my SGSU, one of my ground support units, my squadron ground support unit for the planes. So I've had Fort Madalena left abandoned since, what was it, turn 1? When you showed up and you committed a war crime by walking your soldiers in and massacring a bunch of engineers.
Yeah, I think that was turn 1.
Yeah, horrible move. So that place has been left barren since. The planes are still there, the supplies are still there, but no one has been able to do anything. And then I remembered you can just move your SGSUs. It's a bit of a slow walk, however, I moved some of them just today, and I just need to get them... I see what I've done there. Is it 1 SGSU you need per squad? Yeah, right. Okay,
and
cool.
then the airfield can have up to 6.
Yes.
Up to 5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, up to 6. You've taken away one of my airstrips in this now abandoned airfield.
Yeah.
You bombed it. Cool, so I've only got 1 SGSU on the way. So I'll brag a little bit less as I finish this statement. So I've got my SGSU, my single one, showing up, so then one of my squads there, one of 5, can get back up in the air and do some strafing. That will be good. I need to move more over. I forgot about that. So watch the space.
So that'll be 1.
One
squad?
1 squad. You'll be in trouble soon. Give it another 4 off stages, and then you'll be worried. We'll be in a turn 5, but instead, what we're in turn 4. Turn 4, op stage 1. Who got initiative, Andy?
I won the turn initiative,
of course.
And then decided to also go first.
Yeah, funny that.
And then rolled hot weather. It was a real roll.
Yeah, you basically did everything you could to piss me off as early as you can in this turn. Winning the initiative, getting the worst weather for me. Water's already a problem for me at the start of a turn with a stupid pasta point. I hate that. Everyone online's always, what a silly rule. It's not silly, it's a real problem for me. It materially affects my life. Every few weeks, every few months really, it actually causes psychological harm. So if people could stop, if you see anyone joking about it online, please tell them not to. It's hurting me. It really minimizes and invalidates my trauma, so come on.
I think last turn and the turn before you said it wasn't a major issue.
Well, I'm allowed to change my opinion, aren't I, Andy?
I guess so.
Or are you
can't stop you.
Are you saying? Oh, so if you could stop me, you would stop me changing my opinion at any point.
Let's just freeze those opinions on Carbonite.
Christ, I thought the year just turned 2026, not 1984. That's wild.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, yes, you do. You read more than anyone I know. You read every week to research for the history segment that you do every week. So don't say you've never read 1984 or don't know of it. That's a Baroque claim. Well, anyway, you're clearly in a mood.
Speaking of George Orwell,
where is this going?
Have you seen the trailer for the new Animal Farm film?
I've not seen the trailer, but I have heard it was coming out.
I don't know what the beliefs of the thing are. It's a weird one.
I mean, presumably it's the same as...
No. There's something about a corporation in there. Pigs wearing clothes.
Have they accidentally adapted 1984 and they've called it Animal Farm?
I think they've done a anti-capitalism, anti-communism, like liberal Animal Farm.
That's not
I've only
really
seen
what
the trailer, but I'm quite interested to see.
That's not quite what the book was trying to do. They've went much broader than the original piece was trying to go.
Yeah, it's an odd.
I don't know. Maybe if it works in a long-form television show, it'll be better than the book. I don't believe that.
Oh no, I think it's an animated movie.
Oh, it's
for kids.
No, it's not. You've got
Yes,
to be talking shit there. That's not the case.
We'll watch the trailer after.
It's not. I'm going to search that now.
Okay, are we pausing this?
Animal Farm trailer 2026. I'm not going to watch the trailer now. Oh my god, it is animated. It's like the same kind of animation style as Chicken Little. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Andy Serkis is doing this.
Yeah, I think he's producing and writing it or something.
I know he loves a good animated creature.
He likes
but
being an animal, but
it is a fantasy comedy adventure film, and it's based on the book. It's the third adaptation of the novella. Okay, that's. I'll probably not go see that. I'll be honest, I'm not going to watch that.
You don't want to see a critique of Stalinism starring Seth Rogen?
I mean, when you put it like that, I'd watch that. Is James Franco in it then, I take it?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's still in the bad
He
books.
hangs around.
I think James Franco might still be off in the naughty step.
Yes.
I wouldn't be shocked. Not like that actor that's over there on your sofa. Because our pal, I guess, he's not really in the bad books of anyone.
No.
Quite successful.
I think he's kept a low profile by spending so much time on my couch.
Yeah. I mean, I love that film he was in back in the
it was
90s.
Yeah.
But I'm... and that show that was out fairly recently. Well, a couple of years ago now. But it was like a bottle spin-off episode.
Okay.
It was good.
Something else that wasn't surprising, I guess, is start of the turn, I look for your naval convoys.
Oh, and what did you find, Andy?
I didn't find anything.
Womp womp.
Yeah, last time I found some once.
I think you found one once and you missed it.
Yeah, I did very minimal damage.
Yeah, I think you're like a glancing shot hit like a
10%?
crate of food.
Yeah.
And like a few apples popped and that was kind of it. So I've not really got any issue that the convoys will ever be hit. All I need to do is distribute the resources to good areas. But you will never scare me.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
I'm immutable in my conviction. I am a force of nature, and you are but something that nature does things to.
Wow.
Like Vesuvius and a tree. Or Vesuvius and a house.
Okay.
Or
I guess I'm the house.
Or Vesuvius and a silverback gorilla. Now, the silverback gorilla, strong by its own right in any environment if it was to go up against another mammal.
Yeah,
However,
but 100 Vesuviuses couldn't be it.
However, when a mountain explodes and hot things come out of it, like dust and steam and hot red rock, it's not going to stand a chance. It's going to get vaporized. So, I digress.
Yes, we have certainly digressed.
It's all about the game. It's all game-centric.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When it's truck day, there's never really much to talk about. I've separated my trucks. You did your usual truck movement of zipping them along that coast road. That's kind of it.
Yeah, it is basically. And then, we did weather.
Yeah, and then it packed up. It was home time. By home time, I mean get the microphones out and record.
And then go home.
Yeah, I think maybe we start recording during, and people can just listen to us do nothing for
An hour of silence.
yeah, while we both flick through our spreadsheets, decide what's going to happen, and then announce to the other that we're moving a few hexes away, and that's it. Yeah, it's truck day. What do you want from me? It's truck day. Back off. Oh God, what is this? Got the 3rd degree spotlight treatment. Yeah, let's just do some mailbag stuff.
Yeah, let's jump into it. It's
We've got a mailbag to get through.
and
So
there's very light on gameplay. Truck Day doesn't give you much to go with.
Truck day, whenever truck day comes around, and you just got to move your trucks. That's it. So maybe we should start signposting on like a schedule. And by the way, people, just a heads up, truck day's coming, so don't listen to this episode.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, guys, you can turn this one off now. We'll continue recording. It's like a full episode here, but you don't need to waste your time with us.
I need you to not do that.
Next week will be way better. Way better. We've got old episodes. Re-listen to those. They're way better than this one will be.
No.
This one's just, yeah, we'll just be going through like the mailbag, the history segment, common ground, which will all be great, but you know.
Don't. Oh my God.
Guys, what are you still doing here? That's right, Andy, I'm Ferris Buellering this shit. Nothing else. Go home. In fact, until you've all left, I'm not going to talk anymore.
Please read the email.
I'm going to die on this hill, Andy. If anyone's still listening to this, I'm not going to continue.
Okay, then go on.
The
Now,
series.
please read the email.
You promise?
Yeah, and stop.
Check the computer.
Stop doing this. Do. Yep, everything's fine. Read the email.
Don't fucking patronize me. Your computer's never made that noise before. Why would it just start doing it now when you're clearly angry at me?
It's the Is Anyone Listening program.
Oh, fair enough.
I hadn't turned the
audio.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm really sorry. You work in computers. I don't.
Yeah. How dare you question me?
Oh, you've really spun it round. You've taken that victim complex that I just tried to put on you, and you've really directed it back at me, like a sort of jujitsu of emotional blackmail.
Yeah. That's it.
You'd be a great politician, Andy.
Thank you.
I don't mean that. So we do.
Prime Minister of England.
No.
We'll see.
We'll be lucky if there's an England by the end of the century, Andy. Everything is falling apart. Not just here, everywhere.
Fine. First Viceroy of New Britain.
Okay, I can see. I'll be honest, man. I don't think you want to be at the helm of whatever's coming next.
No.
I can't imagine it's going to be a very positive place. There's not going to be a golden age. There's just going to be a constant flatlined plateau age.
Certainly going to be stressful for whoever's in charge.
I don't know, there'll be so few of us left. We'll all have been killed in nuclear fallout. Anyway, on that happy note, we have a message here from Christine. Hi, y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Chrissy from the Midwest again. Y'all talking about Sully and flight sims. That's two y'all. That's impressive. Y'all talking about Sully and flight sims was my sleeper agent trigger phrase. I'm a professional grade flight sims as a programmer. I wasn't... That's pretty cool. You work in computers, Andy, but Chrissy here works in flight computers, which is way cooler. I wasn't in the industry when the events of Sully happened, so I won't comment on that. But what I can say is that the qualification standards for the high-end sims, the kind that would have been used for the investigation, are incredibly high. Examples of things that are checked include locational audio. The sounds at different points in the cockpit have to match recordings from the real aircraft, to detailed flight profiles. Full motion systems are incredibly realistic and are really capable of tricking the mind. All that to say, I would not underestimate the mindset of the test pilots. The primary purpose of sims at that level are educational and can be used to train these sort of worst-case scenarios in a realistic feeling cockpit, so that when they happen in real life, they can make the split-second decision to turn around. I was also thinking about the surrender of the Saharan detachment. Oh, it's still a touchy subject, Chrissy. And propose we reframe their push as a noble piercing attack through the enemy line to set up for a special forces attack. Now that is more like it. Their plight does make me wonder about POW rules. If Alexandria is taken while there are still prisoners there, can they be freed and reintegrated as a unit? Love the show. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Chrissy. A few points before we get into the game stuff I want to touch on. Flight sim designer, very cool job.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one.
Of the 10 jobs that I've had, That's cooler than like 3 of them. That's me trying to embellish how exciting a life I've had. I don't think I've had anything half as interesting as that.
No, I don't think so either.
I think working in the building that's happening in would have been more interesting than a lot of my jobs.
Being the security guard.
I would take that. I'd clean up afterwards in the evening, and as someone's like finishing up a late shift, just be like, what are you making there? Are you on Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I feel like you try to Goodwill Hunting and just write nonsense.
How do you like these peaches? No, I feel like they would probably see me some sort of security risk, maybe like a terrorist cell trying to infiltrate, and I'd probably just end up getting questioned for a lot of time.
This isn't a satisfactory answer to any interrogation.
Where are you spending all of this time that can't be accounted for? I told you I'm playing the campaign for North Africa. I really am.
But as for prisoners you can recapture prisoners. They don't come back as that unit. They come back as replacement points.
That's right, yes. So if you do manage to nab your prisoners, and I can, in theory, get my prisoners from Alexandria.
Not from Alexandria.
Not from Alexandria?
They're on boats.
Oh, you put them on boats now?
Yeah. If they're there, they may as well immediately go to Europe.
Oh my god, so they're gone?
Yeah.
You sent them away?
Yeah.
You piece of shit. You absolute monster. This is because of the Kinder Bueno thing, isn't it?
It's not helped.
You are deplorable, you know that? Oh, there's common ground this week.
They're having fun.
They're not having fun. They're prisoners of war.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say.
You ignorant tit. Yeah, so in theory, Chrissy, yes, I could have rescued them if Andy wasn't so trigger happy to propel people across the Mediterranean. So in this instance, I can't. But yes, if I get them, they become replacement points, and then they can wander off and join another group. I can't remember if you need to get them back somewhere first.
Who?
The prisoners? I don't know. Do you need to escort them back to a settlement first?
To send them off?
And then they get reinvented into replacement points. I feel like that might be the case.
Yeah, we'll have to...
Off the top of my head. I don't think anyone's close to liberating any prisoners right now, thankfully.
No.
So we don't need to worry about that too much. Although we did say that about the win conditions.
Yeah,
so
we'll have another look.
That's vitally important. Yeah, on the point of these flight sims, the fact that it tries to match the sounds of the cockpit at that time.
That's insane.
Because that is also like, what would be in like film, like a continuity advisor or something.
Yeah.
To be able to do the research and figure out exactly what the sounds were in the cockpit at that time. Because I don't know how much a black box stores. This again makes me sound like a pretty suspect guy. So tell me exactly what the black box would record. What do I need to worry about if I'm trying to get away scot-free on this situation? I guess all in all, I'm just curious about being in the sky. I just want to learn.
Yeah. Also, I do like the reframing it as a special push attack to do. That's very.
It's very optimistic. You've really ameliorated that sense of, I guess, defeat and devastation that realistically was in the air.
But it's very like the propaganda of Italy at the time.
Well,
would have been like, yes, the glorious Saharan detachment have bloodied the nose of Alexandria. Like,
well, the victor writes history, Andy. And that's me. Give me my pen and paper. I've got some bars to spit.
You think history's a rappers?
Yeah, history is a rap. Everything is a rap when you think about it, Andy. And I don't really have a way to prove that because I can't rap on the spot.
Hit us with a freestyle.
I'm not going to do that. I don't think anyone wants to hear me try and freestyle. But thank you for that, Chrissy. Both giving me some motivation in the new lens that we've seen the Saharan detachment, rest in peace, on a boat. And also flight simulators. I did not know they were that detailed, which sounds like a stupid thing to say. But I knew they were going to be detailed. I just thought the fact that the noises in the cockpit...
I didn't realize it was that level.
Yeah, I thought it would just be like the controls feel really grounded. And like it sort of shows and reacts the way it would in the plane. But the stimuli that you get being exactly the same. Really cool feature. I'm going to get into that. That sounds like a good career. So, what else we got in the mailbag here, Andy?
We got one from Jeff.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff from Chicago again. They had a couple of comments on episode 57. In the history segment, you mentioned the city of Caen, one of the British D-Day landing force's initial objectives. It was erroneously linked to the film festival in Cannes, a city on the Mediterranean coast near Monaco.
Yes, it
Given
was.
the long history of Anglo-French relations, it is not unreasonable to assume that the French had two similarly named cities, specifically to spite the English. But regardless, they are separate locations.
Okay, well, there you go. That's a bit of clarity.
Yeah, that's a generous interpretation that it was a French scheme and not my reading comprehension.
I do like that, yes. Guys, you're really coming in clutch for us today, just really putting us up on a pedestal. That what we do is not incorrect, it's actually wholesome or ideologically reframed.
Or some nefarious forces at play.
Yeah, because the idea that someone here, Jeff, is willing to rewrite history in France to accommodate for your bad reading. That's so generous, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Secondly, for the common ground, I'm not sure you carried the idea of the super rich competing for exclusive items to its inevitable conclusion. Given some form of physical challenge to be able to buy an exclusive car, handbag, whatever else, the super rich would definitely hire someone more capable to compete in their stead rather than humiliate themselves. Additionally, seeing this collection of more capable athletes acting on behalf of the super rich, the companies organizing the exclusive sale would be far more likely to sell tickets access to the event that prohibited what the super rich were doing. In short, your common ground is essentially inventing professional sports.
Oh, dear.
Now, don't misunderstand me. Professional sports is awesome, and I'm 100% behind this common ground. However, let's not pretend it's doing something else. That all aside, I always love when crazy fails in the game secretly spawn genius strategies, so this week's game talk was right up my alley. Stay subtle, humble, and brave, and Happy New Year, Jeff. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. And I'm very sorry that this week's game talk will probably not be right up your alley.
No.
Because we mentioned the trucks for about 7 minutes. But yes, beyond
I do like when someone points out that we've just invented something that exists.
Yeah, I mean, because this was for anyone who didn't hear this one, the common ground was one that I presented, and it was the idea that anyone who wants all of these luxury items, they should abide by the rules of the Birkin bag, which I found out about fairly recently, but up to 11, because it should be the case that there's some sort of competition to earn each of these items. Andy had proposed for like a waterproof Rolex that works down to like 50 feet. You need to dive down 50 feet first, prove you can go down there. So you have all of these professional skills that have to be showcased. But I do see the point that's been made there. That is kind of what professional athleticism is. I guess...
And it was a good idea.
Well, to then put a little footnote to the common ground to amend the flaw pointed out by Jeff here, what I will say is you can't have any proxies. No proxies. You have to do it yourself. Or the proxy gets to wear that Rolex.
Like how professional athletes have Rolexes.
Yeah, but that roly-poly is only going to be on the wrist of the athlete.
Okay.
The guy who's doing it for doesn't get a thing from this. So there's no reason to hire them. If anything, the only people we'll see wearing Rolexes now will be professional athletes. No rich guys. So that's the way the world should be. Only athletes should wear big watches. That's a mini common ground for you.
Agreed.
But thank you for that, Jeff, for protecting Andy's ego and for reminding us that we're not original at all. Everything we come up with is just a very thinly veiled version of something that is very prevalent in the world, and we're not that clever. But for anyone who does want to send anything else in, it can be game adjacent, it can be entirely game focused, it can be a little off kilter as well. We take it all at our email, info@warwithamate.co.uk, our Instagram, which is just warwithamate, and we've got a website, which is warwithamate.co.uk. It's been updated fairly recently. Got a new Flash banner up at the top.
Yeah, it's looking
very
real
cool.
nice.
We've got a web form on there you can use, just in case email is too boomer for you. Or if Instagram
you don't want
is...
to give us your email.
I guess there's that too. I don't do anything with them. I don't have like a document where I store them all.
Okay, guys, I'll look into that for you.
I don't. I just want to know what's on the black box, Andy. I thought I could use these emails to somehow figure that out. I'm just signing people up to some mail services to, get some of this, some cash in the bank. This podcast is a scam.
Stop destroying the podcast this episode.
It's all right. If they heeded my advice,
We didn't
then
have
we've
much
got no
to
one
talk
listening.
about, so you're admitting to crimes and telling no one to listen.
Yeah, well, no one should be listening now. You've promised me no one is. You press the button.
Yep, still 0.
Yeah, there we go. That's what's quite funny is that little sound effect you made there. You did it away from the mic, so I'm the only person in the world who knows what you just did there.
That's a little treat for you.
Well, thanks. Don't. Well, that is the mailbag,
It is.
and since we don't have anything to talk about now, that's the end of the episode. No, it's what we'll do. That was false alarm. Anyone listening, come back. There's still like 20 minutes runtime, so don't go. What we'll do is we'll look into the history, perhaps.
The men of the long-range desert patrols were quite a sight on their return to Cairo from a month's trip to Libya. The contrast between the east and west of the Nile is very marked. In the east, the country... At this point, I gave little thought to my future, but had always been interested in boats in the sea. I am more or less in the position of a captain in command of a ship, which is on the point of sinking because errors are present.
We are absolutely not qualified to share views on history. You've been hard at work on a new history segment, and I'm very excited to see where you take us this time. I know it will be into the past, but that's all I know.
So, the black shirt is not a garment for Sundays, it is a permanent skin. It must be worn with the pride of a soldier who never leaves the front line. Augusto Turanti, Undersecretary of the National Fascist Party.
I feel like we're going to grow to not like him very much.
He might get an episode later, but he just was the quote. Don't worry about it.
It's not a title that really endorses anyone as being a good person.
Oh, no. So the Black Shirts, or the Voluntary Militia for National Security, came into existence from Squadrismo in the early 1920s, organising groups of former soldiers and others disgruntled by communism and socialism. They took a part in a campaign of political violence, which we looked into with Balbo.
Yes, I remember Balbo and his pals being just some of the worst
It's
people
very
ever.
unpleasant, yeah. This is going to be focusing more on the Black Shirts as a sort of military unit than the movement.
Okay, yes.
But we will, yeah. So the MVSN was formed from the action squads, in 1920 and 1921. In 1920, they're not yet part of the government, but they have almost 200,000 members. It's made into official militia at one point that's recognised and part of the state officially on the 28th of December 1942, when the council announces it. The king solidifies this into a royal decree on January 14th of that 1943, and in February it all goes into effect. Because there's a weird thing here where they don't totally take over the state, so there's a fascist council, the king's also signing stuff. It's a parliament going. There's some weird situation.
So they're like a sort of militia force, and then they have been sort of indoctrinated into being much more present and official.
Yeah. Well,
This feels weirdly familiar.
oh, this might ring some bells for some stuff that's happened less distantly in the past.
Yeah, this is. I'm having deja vu.
So they make it official for a few reasons. One is now that it's part of the government, they have to pay for it rather than it being self-funded. So overthrow the government and then get the government to pay you. It's a fun move. It also lets them sort of, because it's more organised now, they can push out some of the wilder anti-Mussolini elements.
Okay, yes.
Sort of try to structure it. And also, Italy is kind of on fire. They're burning everything. They're like beating the shit out of people, and they just sort of want to be like, now we're in charge. We need to dial this back so we can say we brought order.
Yeah, it's all very, very performative.
Yeah. So their main jobs are, investigating dissent, kangaroo courts under the pretense of, restoring law and order, and then ideological indoctrination of the youth, and then also military campaigns. So they're under the general command of Mussolini. He's like basically he's the top of every organization because
Yeah, all routes lead to him.
yeah. But under that, you have the quadrumvirate, so Balbo and the others who did the March on Rome are in charge at the start.
Yes.
So, so below the overall thing, they're split into 4 regions: Milan, Bologna, Naples. But yeah, and then each of the groups under them each of those 4 groups have 33 groups under them, led by a general consul, and that's a Roman title, and that's because
that sounded
that's because the organization is modeled after Roman legions. So instead of, well, they have divisions, but when they're looking after a region, it's called a zona. And then a regiment is a legion, a battalion's a cohort, company a centuria, a platoon is a manipole. So they're using the Roman...
all of the Roman ranks and groupings.
And also this tenery system where there's 3 of each thing in the one above. So like 3 squads to a platoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reasons they're doing this obviously are ideological and not practical.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like it's the best way to organize stuff. You're just taking something that's been done before and structuring it very basically.
So, yeah, it's because they're talking about rebuilding Rome. It's this thing of capturing our lost glory, make Italy great again.
The thing is, I didn't see them as doing it so... Like, it's one thing to be like, I want to do this thing. Let's make it what it was. But to just model it on the old thing when so much time has passed, it's like, well, this seems like a stupid way to do this. You've not optimized anything for the modern world.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work for a number of reasons. One, the black shirts are a power military arm, not a military like the Romans. They're also taking over law enforcement roles, which Roman legions didn't do. So, as well as the military issues, there's also issues the Roman legions themselves actually had. So, for one, the Roman legions, one of the problems with them was the person who's in charge of the legion would become too powerful.
Oh,
the people in it were loyal to them, not
of the cause necessarily.
Yeah, which is how you get like Caesar, his guys following him over the Rubicon to take over Rome.
Yeah.
It's because they're more loyal to him than Rome.
Then you don't want to end up with a coup.
Yeah. But from a military perspective, you've got an issue here because the Romans are organized around fighting with heavy infantry and not even cavalry, let alone vehicles. So you've got a military organization built around deploying heavy infantry, typically against less well-trained people, and now you're trying to move it into machine guns and...
A bit like the British in the First World War.
Yes, but this is very bizarre because they're going so far back. It's like we've not learned from the fall of Rome or any of the intervening wars.
This really does encapsulate everything that we've come to know about Italians in the Second World War.
Yeah, it is this thing of like, it's all aesthetics, and if we get them right, we'll essentially fake it till we make it. And then there's a bunch of people being like, no, we've actually spent quite a long time thinking about how to do war to you.
And fake it till you make it only works if you last long enough to finally make it. If you get killed partway while faking it, it's not going to get anywhere.
So they're also split up into, because it's a sort of part-time thing a lot of the time. So as well as being in these legions, they're also split into different types. So you might join the black shirts, but then you become part of the forestry militia, which is just a forest ranger, or like a road highway militiaman, which is like a traffic cop. So it's from the like glorious fascist new man, heroic warrior, you are going to be doing
very mundane day-to-day policing.
So that's their setup. Let's get into them like doing some stuff.
Oh dear, this is going to be the bad part.
Yeah, the first outing of like actual conflict they have is in Libya in September 1923, fighting Omar al-Mukhtar, the Lion of the Desert, who led the Libyan resistance movement for like 20 years.
That's a cool name.
Cool guy from what I've seen as well. History
segment, here it comes.
Yeah. They performed relatively well here, with sending 3 legions. This leads to them deciding to make 2 more legions, one for Tripoli and one for Benghazi. And this is the creation of the colonial militias.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. The creation of the first colonial militia does not go well, however.
I'd expect nothing better.
They're recruited from Sardinia, which wasn't really a fascist stronghold. So they're having to recruit from outside of the fascist, like, card-carrying party members.
Okay.
So to do this, they offer a daily wage of 17 lira, which is 10 more than the military. Like, the military pays 7 a day. They're offering 17.
Oh, okay. So this is a massive difference.
Yeah, this worked really well to get a lot of World War I veterans to sign up, and a lot of people. I mean, it's a very good wage.
Yeah.
After a 2-week brief training period, they are sent off to North Africa, where after encountering the enemy for the first time, the recruits come to the realization that they're only being paid 7 lira a day and promptly mutiny.
Oh my god.
It took intervention by the Royal Italian Army to restore order. They were put back onto a boat to Sardinia, where they were disbanded in disgrace.
So they sent men there. The men realised that their pay was false.
Yeah.
And they've immediately rebelled.
Yes.
And had to get sent back.
Yes. And then the actual army
Showed up to get rid of them.
had to get rid of them. And also the actual army are like, what? We're the military. Why is this now the military?
Because it's clearly not working.
No. So on the 1st of August 1924, the Black Shirt Militia is reorganized and officially becomes part of the Italian Armed Forces. So they now also swear loyalty to the king, but it isn't until 1935, so almost over a decade later, that they have their first major test as a military force, which is the Ethiopian War.
Oh, yes. We've heard about this playing a role in the area.
And Mussolini wants the Black Shirts to be in the lead here. So they send over 6 divisions, 5 to fight in Ethiopia and 1 to police Italian Somaliland to the south. So they've got 97,500 Black Shirts sent over out of an overall Italian force of 168,000. Each division has 2 of its legions with it and 1 of its legions back home.
Oh, okay.
Because also the way the legions are split out is again following the Roman style. There's sort of an age thing. So one will be 17 to 35, and that's like 35 to 55.
Oh, okay, right.
And that's your like experienced one who were mainly doing the like militia stuff and home protection.
Yeah, you probably don't want them out on the front lines if you've got a choice between the two.
No. So despite their numbers, the Black Shirts are lacking support units and artillery. So because of this, the Italian army are asked to help them out. They do so on the condition that the Black Shirts are trained and reviewed under supervision from the army, and also the top-ranking officers in the MVSN divisions are replaced by army officers.
Oh, they're playing hardball.
Yeah.
They know their worth. They do not like the Black Shirts.
Yes.
Well, as history would have it, not many people did in the end.
No. And we'll get into the second Italian-Ethiopian war next time. I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive on that.
I'm sure it goes flawlessly for them. I'm sure there's not a single bit of hijinks or malpractice or ill will. I'm sure it all goes perfectly.
Yeah, I just read like a 35-page long document about war crimes.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, such shitbags.
Yeah, but the 7th had a bit of a glorious march through history. The Black Shirts do not. So it's less of the following their journey here.
Yeah, this seems a lot more case of not gloriously marching through history, just kind of fumbling away.
Yeah.
And then eventually dying off.
Yes.
I'm happy for that to be the story.
Yes.
I'm happy for that character arc to go in that direction because, no love lost.
No.
Well, an interesting little venture into the Blackshirt territory. Long-standing characters in our practice scenario, so it'll be interesting to see how they got to that place and then started to starve when I stopped giving them food by accident. But realistically, me not feeding my men while in-game is detrimental. I'm kind of being noble and heroic in my actions in the real world.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not allowing these, fascist war criminals to eat. I have that power, and I'm refusing them food.
You are a hero.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear.
Oh, okay.
I just want to sit here across from you and have you look me in the eye and say, "You're a hero."
Well, you're not asking for much.
Exactly. God, that and a Kinder Bueno, which I notice I still haven't got.
You're going to lose the Buenos.
That's not how the game works.
As you said, the rules change.
Yeah, and then you said that was a lie.
Fuck.
Do you really want to fall down to my level, Andy? Are you a liar?
No. No.
No, you're a good boy.
A goody good boy.
Remember what our nickname used to be back when we lived together?
The good little teal boys.
That's correct.
Oh, what a cool house we had.
And the reason for that, folks, is Andy and I, the place we used to live, it was a flat we were renting. And there were two sofas. They were black leather sofas. They look... If anyone's done some browsing on internet videos, they might ring a bell in their appearance. And we had two of them in the room, so we'd sort of L-shape them, but further away, peering into the little... It was like an old fireplace that had been taken out, and that's where we jammed the television. And there was no television stand.
No.
We just propped it up in there, and it was kind of like... I was always waiting for it to just slide down and break. But we propped it up, and we each had a blanket. And they were both teal blankets. So we'd get up cozy in the evening when we both finished work. We'd had our tea, and we'd just sit there with a couple of ice-cold beers. Or, well, everything was ice-cold in that flat because the heating broke. So I guess room temperature beers. And we'd watch usually the same, like, 2 programs on rotation. And all under the comfort of our blankets.
Yes.
So we were the good little teal boys. I need another teal blanket, Andy. I miss those teal blankets.
Keep an eye out for Christmas, eh?
It's January. It's January. My birthday's before Christmas.
Yeah, it gives me some time.
I'll give you yours on your birthday as well, then.
Okay,
That's also before Christmas. Well, some blankets, some black shirts, some buenos eventually. But right now we move away from the B's and we move up a letter to the C's. The C in particular that I'm looking for, it's not charisma, it's not chocolate, it's not even, well, those are like the only C words, aren't they? Except for common ground. And now for something nicer. A little oasis in the war. It's time for some common ground. I'm trying the intro for common ground. I'm recording it. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Common Ground is the segment of the episode in which you and I come back together to be friends once again. At the current rate, we're going to be doing this for the next 40-odd years, and we need to still be pals. So every week, when we're done playing the game, we'll find a topic to discuss, and we'll find that common ground about it. And it's my turn to propose an idea.
It is.
And I've got one. We need to make it a priority globally to focus all of our scientific research into speaking with animals.
Okay.
What are your initial thoughts?
I guess my first question would be why?
So, think about how many people there are in the world. We've hit, 8 billion now?
Yep.
It's a lot of people.
It is.
And the thing is with people, we've done that, haven't we? We've done it to death.
Done people.
We've done that.
Yeah.
We've put a tick in that box. People, yeah, sorted it.
Okay.
They live longer now. You see them all the time. You spend your time with them. Everything is we figured it out. You got some bad ones, you got some good ones, and we're here to stay. Who's coming with us? Who's next? Because we can't.
What that means?
Who's coming along on the journey?
I mean, there's a lot of things coming along on the journey with us.
Yeah, but we can't. We can only talk to people right now. However, if we can figure out a way to communicate reliably with animals, we will not only be able to, communicate with them, but we'll also be able to enhance their intelligence.
That's a different. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for
It's a
them
2-in-1
to
project.
speak, you have to enhance their intelligence.
Well, that's it. We don't just want a dog to communicate I want to walk. We know that. We've known dogs long enough to figure that one out. We've done that kind of dog. We figured that out. What we want to do is make a smarter dog who can then, have a thought on something and communicate that thought, and then we can do something with that. What if that untapped idea, what if it's in a dog's head or a cat's head?
I assure you it isn't.
And how do you know that? Have you talked to every single smart dog in the world?
Yes.
Right, don't be obtuse.
I have.
You haven't.
I've literally spoken to every single dog who can talk on Earth.
Right, well, now you're being facetious because we haven't made the technology yet. So unless you've spoke with Scooby-Doo, who speaks in sort of broken English, but I will give you that, then no, you haven't. And I mean smarter than Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
Don't talk down to me.
I don't know if I can comprehend such an intelligence.
Scooby-Doo, by the way, can make great sandwiches, so, careful.
Okay,
He could be the next. He could be the next sandwich artist at the local Subway.
So you just want to get... you want to make animals more intelligent so they can work... so they can just work.
Well, the thing is, it's a new challenge for an animal. It's something they've not done before.
And they're always looking for a new challenge.
Yeah, dogs certainly are. You throw a stick, a dog goes right after it. It wants to be busy. And, all it needs to do is make the sandwiches. Scooby-Doo is he'll be like a great role model for them. Because, let's face it, Subway needs a bit of a rebrand when it comes to role models. They don't have a great history. So you got Scooby-Doo in that chair, a dog for the dogs, and they start making sandwiches. We can free up the capacity of people, so we, move up a rung. And and then the animals are filling a sort of role below, where they cover all of, the sort of inane... mundane tasks. They also cover areas we can't do. Flying animals. Birds, some would call them. They cover a niche. We can't fly. Not without planes or helicopters. So birds can do things we can't do. You got your aquatic animals. You got your fish. There's something to do there.
Okay, I'm gonna a few questions.
Okay, I'm ready to take them, Andy.
You essentially want to create a biological underclass to do our work for us.
No, I want them to want it. If they don't want it, that means they've got big ideas, and I'll hear what they want to do. Because if they don't want to do those jobs, Andy, that's what we've been doing for, forever. So if they don't want to do it, we'll ask them, what do you want to do then? What do you want to do?
So they have more rights than people.
Well, in a sense, yeah. That's the responsibility we're taking on. If we've got this mantle of responsibility where we've created a new super intelligent badger, we can't then just say, you have to go to work, you have to pay income tax. They're brand new. We got a few thousand years before we had
this to, you said badger there. So you're just doing this to all animals?
Yeah.
What are you going to eat?
So, the animals are going to have a lot of intelligence. They're not going to know everything. So, we can still, we'll have some animals that are off grid, so to speak. Not every animal is going to be smart. We're not going out there and getting every single animal. I didn't say anything about cows. I didn't say shit about chickens.
Okay, so some guys are just food.
Well, yes. What's a cow going to do, realistically? What job is a cow going to fit in? What job is a chicken going to do? A chicken's already at its peak efficiency. It's food itself. It makes food every day. It just poops out an egg.
So the chicken's perfect.
The chicken...
Don't touch it.
Don't reinvent the wheel. The chicken's already perfected. It's the apex of being an animal.
And while we're doing this, no other science will take place.
Other science will, but it'll be at least second priority or lower.
Okay.
It's not going to be first priority. Get the animals smart enough so they can talk and do jobs.
Okay.
Say I'm a dog.
Okay.
I'm like, woof, woof. I'm just joking. I'm one of the smart ones. I hear you wanted me to work at Tesco. I've got big dreams. I want to do something else.
I don't care.
Right, well, that's a bit intolerant. So you think that's fine to say to an intelligent creature?
People who work at Tesco also have dreams. They don't just get a stipend of money to go and do... Everyone working at Tesco isn't living the dream.
Some people will be.
I'm sure some people love it, but also...
I feel like we're overgeneralizing here.
So dogs get to... I don't like working at Tesco. I want to be a Broadway star. And that's facilitated for the dog. And then the dog leaves, so a person has to take it.
Yeah, in essence. But then you get to see...
wear the underclass.
Well, that depends, doesn't it? You know what? We need a new challenge. We've had it too good for too long. Sat at the top of the food chain, doing whatever the fuck we want. Now, this will keep us on our toes. Oh, do you really want to be outclassed by a dog? You want to be up there with your name in lights. Oh, sorry, Rex is now doing that. And whose fault is that? It's not Rex's fault. It's not the scientist that made him speak. It's your fault. If you put on your glass slippers and you got up on that stage and you danced like no one has ever fucking danced before, this would not be happening. That's what Rex did. And you had a head start. You're much older than Rex, and he'll live half the life that you will. But during that time, he'll be alive, and you'll just be breathing.
Okay, that's another thing, I guess. We're talking about some animals. Very short lifespans.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring a housefly to vast intelligence. What would be the point in that?
But like a dog that might live...
Dogs will live like years upon years. So
this isn't even about like getting information out of animals.
What information would you get out of an animal?
Add them to society.
Yes.
You just want Zootopia.
Well, not really.
Zootopia, but real life.
No, because they'll be humans.
Okay.
So it's like I'm trying to think of an analogy. It's the real world, but with smart animals. Everyone integrates. It's fine, and there's no intolerance.
Just gonna hand wave that.
Well, at this point, if the existing intolerances we currently have continue, when you've got dogs on Broadway, then we were always broken. Then this was always ruined from the start. It was a rigged game. And if those intolerances transfer over onto the animals, it's bad.
Go on.
But it does solve an issue for humans. It means that we've taken a step, we've projected that, and I feel like it'll be much easier to diffuse intolerances with animals. Because you know what that intolerance will come from? It'll be shame. That you've got, Michael Schumacher, who that's probably not a good example. He had an injury. Lewis Hamilton, he's no longer top driver. I'm generalizing. I don't know if he's the best, but he's no longer top driver. Now it's a bipedal ox in a specially designed car, and now he's top of the ranks. Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. It's not the scientists who bestowed sentience upon this ox. It's Lewis Hamilton's fault.
For not driving fast enough.
For not being as good. Okay. So any intolerances, take a look in the mirror. Are you the fastest ox there ever was? If not, what does that say? So Andy, where you sat with this?
By your logic, because the ox is the fastest, no one should be racist to them.
I think people should look inward as to why they're intolerant.
Okay, I guess I can agree on that.
Well, that was going to be a really dicey one if you didn't agree with me on that.
I'd prefer if you left these animals alone.
Right, why? Are you worried that they're going to be better than you?
No.
Then why not?
Your point was there's like a lot of people, right?
Yeah. Am I going to upset the status quo with all of these people? Do you want me to kill some people off first?
We have 8 billion people, right?
Roughly.
And then you're going to raise that to like 60. Because we're handling 8 so well.
Probably 20 billion. Probably 20 billion.
Okay.
On top of the 8.
Okay.
So 28 billion in total.
Okay. It's certainly an interesting prequel for a post-apocalyptic series with animals in it.
Right, so you haven't heard second scientific priority. Colonization of the North Pole.
The North Pole?
Yes.
Okay. It's not even land.
Well, what we will be doing, we've got to bear in mind, we're going to melt some of the ice to raise sea levels, and that's where we'll put all of the intelligent sea creatures. So it gives them a bit more real estate. This is... I feel like I'm not getting across the point.
No, you have.
No, I feel like you've missed it. Because it's such a good idea. There must be something you're not getting.
I fully understand.
So where do you sit with this?
Truly bad idea.
What would make it better for you? This Common Grounds ran so long.
Fucking hell.
Truck Dave, man, what are you going to do? How do I fix this in your eyes? Come on, what makes it a deal for Randy? What makes you think, attaboy? What's your actual problem with this? Is it the amount of things? Because those animals are already here, by the way. I'm not saying let's grow more animals. You don't grow animals. I'm not saying let's have more animals be created.
Yeah.
There are animals that are already out there.
But they'll now be smart.
And,
Will they have rights?
yes,
Okay.
they'll have, like, most of the rights that we have.
Most.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not see a problem?
What's the problem there?
Uprisings.
Oh, yeah, what are the animals going to do?
Bite your throat out.
Right, okay. That's a bit dramatic. If they're going to bite my throat out over...
Being enslaved.
No one's enslaving anyone. You just said we're the lower class in this situation.
Someone is.
No, they don't have to be.
Okay.
They don't have to be. There's
Okay.
going to be no class systems anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to... See, what I'm doing here is I'm quietly fixing all of the real-world problems as I usher in a new age of animal sentience. And that will catch people off guard.
It'll certainly catch people off guard.
Here's a question, Andy. Do you want world peace?
Sure.
Sure. Not very convincing, but I'll take it.
No, I want world peace. The skepticism that leaked into that is from what you're going to say now.
What if the secret to world peace isn't fewer bad people? What if it's more good people?
I guess
Tip the scales.
with
And
dogs.
it will only be good people who'll be doing this to the animals.
Yeah, everyone knows animal experimentation's deeply moral.
It's not going to be experimental. It's going to be confirmed.
Oh, it's
and
going to
signed
go
off.
from idea to production flawlessly with not a single experiment.
Yes, because it's the number one scientific priority. It's fine.
Okay, what do you think the number one scientific priority at the minute is?
Like probably, like pesticides.
I might guess it's AI,
Right. Okay.
which is a good,
AI or pesticides.
It's good for me because it's about trying to create intelligence where it wasn't before,
Oh, okay.
and it hasn't worked. And it certainly hasn't created a more equitable society.
Right. Well, how are pesticides doing?
Good.
There you go.
There's a lot of them
And that one we did.
in our bodies.
And we still don't know which is which. We still don't know which one took the top place off the top of our heads. So, if one of the top two are doing really well, pesticides, they're in your body, like you were just saying.
Okay.
They're in my body. I'm happy.
Okay.
You're happy. We're both healthy. I was a little ill the other week.
Can we make one dog smart and then go from there?
Well, yeah, we're going to start with one.
Okay,
And then, like, a half hour later, we'll do the next one.
that's fine.
We'll see how the first one turns out.
You can do like 40 a day.
Yeah, if it does anything bad, we'll,
Put it down.
yeah.
Put down that sentient.
Well, if he's gone, they do that with bad people. I'm not for the death penalty, but there is a precedent for it.
Well, as long as there's a precedent, we can dust off.
Yeah, we can do that. We're allowed. It's our plan.
So you want to make like Morlocks, but they're dogs.
I don't know what that word is, but I want to make a better world,
Okay,
and it's going to have animals that talk, and that I can be friends with.
that would be nice.
There we go.
I'd
See,
like
that's
to be
it.
friends with a panda.
Yeah.
You should have just said that. You should have just said all of our scientific evidence should be geared towards making you friends with a panda.
How are you going to make a panda your friend? Because that doesn't sound very good. That sounds very coercive.
Vibes.
You're going to make it's going to have no choice. Through vibes, you're going to remove its free will.
Pandas would just get on with me.
Why?
They're my spirit animal. We'll just sit here. He'll have some bamboo.
That's a weird thing to say. That's like if I said, like, my manager is my spirit animal. You can't just compare yourself to another person. That's my spirit animal. This guy's sentient.
Yeah.
Pandas are going to be completely different
They
when
like
they're intelligent.
sitting around,
Yeah.
doing not much.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing for the last hour and 5 minutes.
It fits right into my life.
I don't like the idea that you're trying to replace me with a panda.
Well, you shouldn't have given me the technology.
I said only good people are going to be using this.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
I'm going to get a good person to make me a panda.
Oh, fuck.
Because bad people can make good people do things.
Oh, shit. I did not think about this. This is why we need it, Andy.
It's
The
good
scales have been tipped in the favor of evil for far too long.
It's good to workshop this.
Well, I think we've got some level of understanding of this.
Yes.
We start small, and then we get really big with it. 20 billion.
Make me a panda friend,
I'll not make you anything. We'll make some pandas.
and then I'll be friends with
I'll
them.
be honest, I can't make them. I do not have the moral compass it takes to make sentient life.
Oh, fucking hell. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to an incredibly long common ground. You can tell it was Drug Day because we didn't say a fucking thing about the game there.
No. We'll
Well-
be back to starting Durnfall proper next time, so the game chat will be back.
We'll be onto our air stuff, so all of our airplanes, doing some bombing runs, some strafing, and then not long after that, we'll be moving our guys, boots on the ground, and we'll see what happens with the wall up along the North Road.
Yes.
It's going to be intense, or maybe it'll be lackluster. The only way to find out is by tuning in next week. But in the meantime, from me, James,
Me, Andy. Stay subtle, humble, and brave.
in those deserts of your mind, good night.